right, good morning, everybody. It's your boy Lowe's Trades. I'm gonna be trading live from now on. Kind of the whole point of me doing this is to honestly, I want to have a better discipline, and I think that in order to have discipline, sometimes you have to be under scrutiny, right? So, I want to just start, the stream by saying I am not a financial advisor. Okay, this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not doing this is not a signal service, so please uh, find somebody that's actually licensed for financial advice. This is strictly for just entertainment purposes only. But moving forward, okay, so we have a couple folders, a couple red folders right there coming up. I'm gonna wait for these numbers to come out, and depending on what's going on, we're either gonna buy or we're gonna sell. I'm not gonna lie. I think oil, out of the two, out of gold and oil, I think oil looks probably the cleanest. And yeah, we're just gonna wait. We're gonna wait and see, and hopefully we can take a beautiful dub today. So yeah. Time is approaching, so I'm just we're gonna have to be patient and wait. So I'm just looking at Barron's just to kind of see what the heck is going on or get a feel for things. We're saying that hiring has slowed. May's job report should follow the trend. Okay. So they're anticipating that, I guess, our. Hmm. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, because we're expecting 3.9, 3.9 across the board for unemployment change. They want to see 182K. We understand that, right? If it's less than, it's an easy buying signal. So it's kind of what's going on right now. But the Bureau of Labor Statistics will published the May employment report. 8:30. We got 10 minutes left. Yeah, see, so they're expecting it to remain the same for 1 2 years, the longest such stretch since the late 1960s. Okay. What the US. So this is interesting, right? It says May jobs numbers likely to show continued softening of the labor market. So it says the job report for May is expected to confirm that the U.S. labor market is cooling after unemployment fell last year to its lowest level in half a century. Wow. There are increasing signs that labor supply and demand are coming into better balance, which would help the Federal Reserve's fight against inflation. So, yeah, I mean, on farm payroll with April's low. The slowdown in hiring in April caught economists off guard. The average estimate had been for an increase of okay. Yeah, we should. I mean, we'll see, right? We'll see. We got 8 minutes left. We'll see what the heck happens. This is really all I care to take today. Nothing else really. Huge fan of Barons, by the way. So shout out to them. Hope that this isn't a problem that I'm streaming this, but if it is, gladly won't do it again. Uh, but yeah, we have 7 minutes to go, and yeah, we'll start having news, and we'll see what happens. Like I said, if I'm being honest, I'm really leaning more towards oil than I am gold, but it wouldn't hurt to look at both of them. We're looking at the DXY. We want to see this drop and everything rise if the numbers are looking bad for the dollar, but if they're looking good, it'll rise and these guys will drop, and we're gonna have to look for entries to enter. So let's look at real quick just to make sure. Okay, so Arvo's not looking that great, but we could also say that um, we can also say that well, it's not 9:30, so after 9:30, once the stock market opens, hopefully the Arvo will be up higher. Gold's Arvo is at 1.05, so that's actually pretty good. Nasdaq is low. Wow, that's a shocker. Okay, so gold seems to have the higher Arvo. I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. Go ahead and do this then. Okay, we got a couple seconds left before this news is released. Once the news, right, we got the numbers, so it'll be the 8:30 candle, right? I'm gonna wait for that 5 minute, this 5 minute candle to close right before I start looking for some kind of entry. So let's go ahead and look at the numbers. They're pending. Wow. Okay. See, so this makes sense. So we're looking for sales then. We are looking for sales. So I'm gonna give myself two opportunities to find sales. Right. We're looking at the DXY. Look at this, just pushing, man. That's great. Um, Oyo doesn't really seem to be reacting too much to this, man. Like, look at this. Look at gold. Look at how much gold has dropped, and then Oyo's just, you know, it's chilling. It's chilling, like for real. But yeah, we're gonna mark up the charts, and I'm gonna get ready to start trying to find some sort of entries, and oil might be the one. But hey, we'll see. So this is kind of what I'm looking at for gold. I want price to, retrace and give me some kind of, let's say, some kind of resistance, right? Give me some kind of resistance. Also, show me that the volume is also, matching the same sentiment. And then as we start to have breaks of 5 minute break structure, that's when I'm going to enter expecting price to continue down lower, whether it comes to this 4 hour or to this weekly zone. We'll see what happens. However, I'm not gonna lie, because this is just such a massive candle. Price might not give me that pullback that I'm looking for. It literally could also just end up shooting down here. Just we're gonna see. We're gonna have to wait and see. I think as far as oil, see, oil's a bit of a interesting. Um, it's pretty interesting right now, right? Because I have 2 minutes left. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel more confident to just take this trade like this, and I could get stopped out for sure. But this for me would make more sense to take this, and then hopefully we can get it all the way down to this weekly level. I'm gonna have to keep in mind there is a demand here, but if it's gonna work out, it's gonna work out regardless of whatever contracts might be at play here. gonna go ahead and we're gonna be taking the oil trade. Okay, I'm in for sales right now, and like I said, if I get stopped out, that's okay. I'm not. I'm not upset if I take a L. That's part of trading. That's part of this game. If it's gonna work, it's gonna work, and if it's not, then it's just not. And there's not really much else we can do about it. But yeah, we're gonna aim to hopefully price wants to run down here. Now, one thing that I've noticed from back testing, from just in general putting in the time in the charts, if your trade is gonna work, it usually goes instantly into profit. It's for at least for me, my opinion. Most of my trades that like to do some deep retraces, or they're just playing around in the sort of like this, right? It's I mean we're gonna see. It could just shoot up and stop me out, but if it starts to play around here, it's better to just probably close it out, because like I said, most of my winners, they instantly, like, they just run, they start going down. There is no beating around the bush. So we'll just have to wait and see. But like I said, I'm gonna give myself two opportunities today, and this is my first opportunity. I'm risking 0.25. I'm trying to make 3RR. If I get stopped out, I'm gonna wait. Hopefully I get another chance. If I don't, that's fine. We'll call it a day. One thing that I did want to kind of bring up, right? Because I have my markings. So I have, I wanted price to come up here, possibly give me that pull down, right? Or for price to break down below this 4 hour, pull back, give me again some sort of sign the price is holding before I enter. Now, the only reason I'm entering on here, really, I would say, is because candle did close in the direction that is representative of these numbers, right? Which is price overall is we're good. Now here's the thing, right? Unemployment rate, that's not good, and that's another thing. We might have sideways movement. We might, honestly, this could affect it, but I'm still new to the fundamentals, right? So overall, we're gonna, it's a learning process, and I'm still learning, and hopefully anybody that's watching this can learn, something or two, or they can teach me. It don't really matter. But anyways, yeah, we had a break structure, so I'm confident that even if price, it pushes down, decides to do this right here, right, I'm confident that even with the pullback, I will be safe to have price run down. You know, I might, honestly, depending, I might close half of it. I don't like the way that, like, I don't want it closing up like that. I'm good. If it closes like that, high enough, I'm gonna close half of it, and then the rest of it, if it stops me out, it stops me out. If it breaks below, I will re-add it. Yeah, price is not. Man, I want to see a little bit more aggression, man. I'm not gonna lie. I want to see a little bit more aggression. Right now, what has me, I would say, confident. As we see, right, we had price was coming up, right, and we could see that for the most part, like the bulls were the volume, the bullish volume was there. Now we're having this rise in bearish volume, so I guess it really just will depend, what the volume is telling me, whether I should probably look to, you know, accepting a potential loss. I think I will be adjusting my stop loss as soon as this candle closes. Depending how it closes, we're gonna probably bring it down here above this bullish candles, the recent high of that, and yeah, we're gonna see what happens, man. I'm curious to see how I will end my Friday. I've been doing a lot of back testing on TradeZella, so you know, hopefully it's a promising day. beautiful. That's beautiful. Now the other thing that I like is, again, look at this beautiful, just big, big candle, right? Now looking again at my Arval, I'm still a little surprised. Where's it at? Here we go. I'm still surprised. We're at 0.7. It's not quite where I would like it to be, but this volume is good. This is good enough for me to be confident. I'm gonna go ahead and move my stop loss to the high of this candle, right? Because worst case scenario, now I'm gonna lose half of what I was risking. I risked 600. I want to say this number is correct, around 616. The beauty of it now is if I'm invalidated, I'm losing half of what I risked, man. So I'm happy. Like for me, this is a blessing. Hey, that's it. So yeah, I'm gonna keep holding, and hey, let's see. Let's hope that price is able to truly come down here. What I'm gonna do too, though, this is a 3RR, right? Oh, this is a 3 point. Oh, there we go. So a lot more than what I was actually thinking. Here we go. That's a 3RR right there. So that's a 3RR right there. I'm gonna go ahead and say, hey, maybe we end up running and we end up breaking this, taking out these lows, right? Maybe we come down to this 4 hour within this weekly, right? I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but I'm saying if it does happen, why not let a small position run? Take maybe like, I don't know, 80%, 70% of this, and yeah, let whatever runs after the 3R down there. Why not? See, and this is the only thing I will admit with Apex that I'm not a huge fan of, and I hope that maybe with time they will. How should I say this? They will reconsider the whole threshold situation and kind of work with their traders, right? Because, for example, the highest it's been so far at right now, right, has been around 900 bucks. Price can literally come. I can, move my stop loss into break even. Price can it can literally just come back and take me out for zero, like nothing was lost. Yet, because of the fact that of the threshold, that's gonna count against me. And that's the only thing that with Apex, I really would, I really hope that at some point they, I don't know, again, they reconsider it. I understand, like, to avoid cheaters, right, or people that want to scam the game. I understand that part, but once you're funded or whatever, I really, well, I guess it doesn't matter. Maybe let me retrace that statement because I guess, yeah, once you hit their the threshold that they require, then it no longer trails. So I guess it doesn't matter. Uh, it does make things a little bit more complicated, but hey, okay. Well, there we go. See what I'm saying? Like, oh, this is not what I want to see, man. Okay, well, maybe this demand has, validity, validity. I can't talk right now. Again, bigger picture. I understand. We are pushing up. We are going higher. Only reason why I took these sells is from a short term, right? Yeah, this is not it. Okay, well, I might have to reconsider because if the numbers, right, if these numbers that I was looking at don't really have that much effect on pushing price lower, then there is no point in holding more. This sucks, man. I really was hoping it was gonna come down to at least the 3 R, but that's hey, that's just how this game is, man. If anything, if I get this 5 minute break of structure, I probably will hop in for buys. Okay, so potentially, and you know, this is what I said, right? It's okay if I get stopped out. It's okay. Is it's a bit irritating, right? When you see price come down, and then you know completely just do a 160, 180 or whatever. But it is what it is. Look at gold. As I said, right, it never really came back over here. It's doing this, but okay, maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure. I am not sure anymore, man. Uh, like I said, I know on the bigger picture, right, we are bullish on oil, obviously, with the whole thing with OPEC, my bad, OPEC. It makes sense that you know price will be overall long term on the bullish side, but this fucking sucks, right? Because we just got stopped out, and then price now is being pushed down. That fucking sucks. But I'm gonna wait for another opportunity. Other words, this is probably gonna be it for today. Yeah, so that was pretty much it. That's all the news that there is for today, which was 8:30. Uh, yeah, we got stopped out. This was the news candle here. Maybe maybe the smarter thing was to have had my stop loss up here, right? So that's one thing I'm still learning, right? However, my initial risk was reduced at least by 50%. On the downside though, because it went $900 into profit and then now it retraced back to zero, that's gonna be counted against me, and that sucks. I think I'm gonna go ahead and see. This is where it's difficult, man, because it's like, okay, do I re-enter? Right, we got 1 minute left. Do I go ahead and say, hey, we're gonna try this one more time, and see, even my entry now sucks? Or do I say, no, you know what? Maybe this demand is in play. Maybe this demand is a valid demand. Which, look, off of the 4 hour, that's not looking good. Off of the 1 hour, we're looking at a uh, right here. So, oops, we want to get rid of that, man. I don't think. Yeah, I'm not sure. This is one of those things that I'm just. My heart is telling me to take. My sentimental is telling me to take another sell, but my mind is like, you know what? You're not 100% sure, and the worst part is, even if it does run to what would have been a 3RR, this is a 1-to-1 now. I don't want a 1-to-1, and I'm not gonna, it coming all the way down here. Who knows? So I guess for now I'm just gonna wait. There's nothing else for me to do. Just wait, and if price decides to do one of two things, either price uh, starts to show me that it wants to go higher, right? Or it it pushes lower, right? But then comes back to this initial area, gives me again confirmation that we want to go lower, and then we can give it another shot. That's another thing that I would, another idea that I would absolutely take. But for now, basically, you know, we're just gonna wait, and this might be it. This might be the end of the day. So, again, right, this is where it is what it is. But it sucks because this was my original stop loss, right? This is that 3RR right there, and it's already past the 2RR, and yeah, man, we got stopped out right here, and oh well, complaining is not gonna really help. Again, if I get another opportunity, we'll take it. Other words, we'll see. Again, like even with the like, let's say Nasdaq, right? Which I'm gonna wait till 9:30 if I were to take something on Nas, but even with Nas, like this is kind of like clear cut. Hey, we should be pushing up. So yeah, I don't know. It's this is insane. I'm really surprised it affected price that badly. So I'm gonna go ahead and yep. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Here we go. Yeah. So see, and that's one of the things, right? Like I'm not gonna say that I'm uh like I don't get emotions or you know I still get my moments. I get irritated. This trade here is one of those trades that it irritates me at first glance, but then it's like you got to remember, man. At the end of the day, it's more of an execution thing than it is a was I wasn't wrong. At least not yet, right? Unless it just shoots all the way up. But the fact that, if it proves me right, it's just okay. Then I gotta, for the next time, I gotta make sure. Hey, just accept your L. Accept if it stops you out, accept it. It is what it is. Like, this just wasn't it. So, all right, we're gonna. So that really surprises me, man. So because because of this is why we're moving lower. Okay, so we're seeing the Nasdaq is consolidating. So what does that mean then? That means we probably could take this right here or all the way up here, right? And do this. That could be a pretty decent setup. So same thing with gold. Even with gold, I don't think I'd want to take unless it breaks and then gives me a confirmation. So we're gonna set up an alarm here because after this I'm probably gonna go ahead and hey, look at this. Oh man, my winning trade is gone. Dude, that sucks. That sucks. Look at that, buddy. Oh my gosh. Bro, I got stopped out and then it went, oh man. You know, it's okay. I'm only going to get better. My execution's only going to get better. This could have easily stopped me out. Probability could have easily stopped me out and it went higher. Instead it didn't. I'm happy that I did not take, re-enter. Even though it went for a 1-to-1, I'm glad I did not re-enter because I would have been extremely unsatisfied with a 1-to-1. I want threes, 3 RRs. If I get stopped out, that's cool, but it's like, yeah, like this is good. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and document that for later. But at this point in time, I'm gonna wait. If Price wants to give me a, Price comes back and gives me again structure that it wants to go lower, then we'll take it. Otherwise, that's okay. We still have opportunities. That's the thing, right? Yeah. So it seems like the this right here, the non-farm employment changes, really was driving price down. Hawkish turned in expectations for the Federal Reserve and evidence of lower central bank buying in Asia. Okay, that's interesting. Now, one thing I will admit, sometimes we can see is that price could go all the way up, right? So we'll see. Again, I'm hoping that we'll get a an opportunity here. I'm gonna really not do much until the exchange opens, and then we'll really look at price and see what it wants to do. Okay, so gold, it's about to tap it. So Again, at this point in time, I'm kind of wait for the New York stock exchange to open. Hopefully, that's going to bring in more volume. I'm not really sure at this point in time. Uh, like price is kind of interesting, right? Because with oil, right? Again, right? We might get a push up to go lower. We might also just keep going higher. I mean, really, that can happen across the board if I'm being honest. So I'm just kind of waiting to see if there's, some actual like price action to confirm it. Because the biggest thing, right, is when I'm looking at this daily, this is for me. This looks like we're creating a higher high to create a higher lower to keep going higher, and that's kind of yeah. So 10 a.m. this candle will close. So perhaps we keep going, like I said, lower because of these numbers. But there we go. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm a little. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm gonna look at price action, and I'm gonna keep, or I'm gonna stick to my bias of sales unless we get, I would say, past a certain level. So perhaps, right, if we break above this area, come down, and bulls are still at play, then I'll go ahead and take it. Other words, I'm gonna just still focus on selling. See, and I would say, right, like I didn't take this sell right here, which I could have, right, stop loss above. Mostly because we're stuck between a 4 hour and a daily zone. That doesn't give me a lot of confidence. With oil, right, when oil closed bearish and we had to come back into this 4 hour, I knew price could have bounced out of it. That would have been okay. But I knew that if we broke below, I mean, we're coming straight down to this weekly zone. That's perfect. But there's enough distance between the weekly and the 4 hour. Now, granted, I do have this little demand zone that I'm saying, hey, it could potentially hold. However, I think fundamentals have more power, so more than likely, I think we will break the zone. Seems like we're pushing pushing up now. So again, I still just like oil so much, man. Like I don't know, man. I really like oil. Oil's been so nice to me when the Nasdaq has it. So I'm more like at this point. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm a little inclined to wanna take this potential buy, but I just don't know. See, cause look, bigger picture, right? We are bullish. We are pushing up, but off of the 4 hour, I mean, look at this. This is gonna close in 1 hour. On 1 hour, we did create a higher high, came down to this potential demand, and this push down was clearly from the numbers, right? So I think, oof, you know what? I think we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna switch up my bias, and I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I might pay the price for this, and it's okay. It's okay if I do, but I'm gonna have a specific. I want price to come down this low in order for me to take it. And I'm not gonna risk a lot either. I'm probably gonna risk like 15%. So stop loss is gonna be at 49. If price comes down here, I'm in. Other words, I'm good. That, or I could also end up just risking 10% now and then adding it as it comes back in. I might do that too. You know, I'm just again thinking out loud, but I'm just like, you know what, man? I think I need to stick to my bias. Um, this could easily be just that pullback that I was talking about. And you know what? If it is, I want to see price again start to show me that it wants to indeed, right, create resistance and give me support for continuing, to go lower. Okay, stock exchange has opened. We'll go ahead and check my. Whoa, holy crap. Dang, this thing just opened badly. Okay. That's a little bit of a shocker. Wow. Okay. Yeah, so again, I got 4 minutes for this candle to close. I'm gonna go ahead and look to see what the heck is going on for the Nasdaq. Let's do no. Let's market cap. There we go. There we go. So Microsoft, Nvidia's down 2%. Alphabet, so Google, 36, 48, 87. Okay, yeah, so some of the big ones are definitely dragging it down. That makes sense. I mean, if we can get this one to also drop just a little bit, it would also help tremendously. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I'm not gonna lie, man. I think this might actually be a good short right here. But I'm gonna go ahead, like I said, I'm waiting for this candle to actually close. But if it closes this way, I'm gonna go ahead and take the NQ sells. Um, we also have, as we can see, right, oil pulling up. And if I were to enter oil, I would want to see a 5 minute break of structure. With NQ, if it closes the way it is, that's a 5 minute break of structure right there. So I'd be confident in taking that trade. Okay, so wow, that's crazy. So NQ oil dropped. The volume has dropped. But NQ's volume has shot up, and gold. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Let's see what is gold doing. Oh, there we go. There we go. But I think I'm gonna go ahead, like I said, and stick to possibly just NQ for this one and see if we can catch that sale. As much as I would love to take oil too, though, because like I said, oil has been good to me, man. I have a love for oil because of how it's been to me, but the setup just seems a lot better off of Nasdaq. I have 1 minute left. 1 minute left. What I want to do is this. I want to enter here. I'm gonna go ahead and risk like 15, and then if it pulls back, I'm gonna add another 15 to it. Whoa. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna reduce the risk even more, man, because I don't want to do more than 15. Okay. There's one. Man, I really wanted to take it up here. I might add one more if it comes up to, let's say, this area right here before going lower. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and add one more. Keep going right there. Okay. So we'll see what happens. Again, um, this is for me. I believe I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day after this trade. If it works, I really am. This is dang man. This is what I'm talking about, right? When the trade is good, it aggressively will start going in your favor. And when it's doing stuff like this, where it's aggressively going against me, at that point, I'm not gonna lie, it's a higher chance I'm gonna get stopped out, and that sucks. But if it happens, it happens. You know, we have to accept that that's just how the market is, and it only takes one big player to come in and say, "Nope, we're gonna take it. You know, this price is nice and low. I'm gonna take it higher and validate you." So this will be, like I said, I think at this point I will be calling it a day if I get stopped out, just cause um, there's just nothing else for me to do. Like, I'm not gonna be switching biases for bias today. I rather just um, review later on today and look back at the chart and say, okay, what could I have done better? Like maybe, and you know, I think maybe honestly the trade that I could have done way better would have been oil. Maybe oil was the one that I'm gonna have to review and really say, hey, this was it, and I my execution cost me a very easy winner. Maybe for this Nasdaq trade, right? So this drop was at 9:30. Um, if I'm looking at my internals, I mean, this is extremely this is crazy. It's that means that the overall index is the top ones they're really low. So maybe I don't know. Maybe I should have waited. Maybe I should have waited for more confirmation, right? Because yes, I have a 5 minute break of structure here. So yeah, I do have a 5 minute break of structure there. I pushed slightly above this 4 hour, right, and then we close below it. However, maybe the volume, right? Maybe I could use volume to have better confirm that we are indeed going down. Now, one thing I can say with the volume, right, is that we had an increase from sales, right, and then as price started rallying up, right, we were like the volume for bulls was starting to literally go down, and now we've had a massive push back up for bears. I just am hoping that that trend is gonna continue, right? That's all I want to see. I want to see that price will continue to hopefully continue to drop down. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, this is gonna be my last trade. Whatever happens after this, it's all cool. I'm here to learn. I am a student of the market. God willing, I'm praying that the Lord may bless me to one day make this a full time career. I treat it right now as I am as a full time career. However, I'm praying that may the Lord one day bless me to actually make a good income from this, a full time income. Alright, well, seems like we're gonna get stopped out. So, it is what it is. Again, the only thing that I'm really just, man, I just wish that I could have caught that oil trade that was just literally straight to the point. Um, Nasdaq just, it seems like it's just not gonna be in my favor today. We do have an increased amount of volume right now, which is great, but yeah, I think for what they say, the whole point of trading is you want to survive to trade another day, and you're not always going to be correct. Now, obviously, I want to learn. I want to be able to be correct most of the time, but the days that I'm wrong, I want to be able to be wrong and get out quickly. Like, don't trade more and more. Nope, just be done. So no tilt, right? That's the biggest thing. No tilt. If it's gonna stop me out, cool, not a problem. I'm not gonna switch my bias to bias now. Like I'm gonna let it do what it gotta do. But yeah. All right. So I've closed my position because I figured, hey, if it's gonna stop me out. It's probably better to just go ahead and close it out. Uh, yeah. I mean, gold actually. Wow, look at that. So gold actually did run down. Would have entered here through our R hit. Gold is actually responding pretty nicely. Could have got stopped out. Right. We could have entered here. Right. Got stopped out. Tried it one more time. And caught caught a beautiful 3R right here. Let it run. So it's it's whatever. Um, yeah, Nasdaq is. I don't know what the heck Nasdaq is doing. Came up. It didn't hit my stop loss, but it got pretty close, and now it's I don't know. It's doing its thing.
Oil is pushing up higher right now. Okay. S&P is same thing. Seems to wants to be pushing up higher. Could be because of these, right? It opened up extremely down, rallying up. Yeah. So see, like DXY, it's going up. Makes sense why gold is being pushed down. So yeah, I think that was two trades. It's about to be 10 a.m. So yeah, overall, I would say not a bad day. Um, it's Friday. I don't want to, you know, hope that there's going to be another opportunity and wait. At 11, I'm done. We have 1 hour left. I don't foresee another opportunity coming. Maybe gold, if gold gives me, this setup right here, which gold gave me this setup right here, right? If it gives me this setup, possibly I would take a third trade. Oil, I completely fumbled the bag. We entered right here, which was 8:30. As soon as that candle closed, it closed in the direction of the numbers, which were positive, and price ran the 3R. I got stopped out as price came up, hit my stop loss, which I had moved down here, which looking back at it, hey, would have left it, would have been a dub. Is what it is. And then Nasdaq, right? Price came up. At 9:30, stock exchange opens. It opened extremely bearish due to the internals being extremely down, right? However, price is rallying up for whatever reason. I'll figure it out later, but yeah, got stopped out, or at least I took myself out before it actually stopped me out. And yeah, at this point, I don't really think there's anything for me to do. I guess this oil demand, this is what I'm saying, that demand was valid. We got a 5-minute break of structure, price came down, came back up, and it's pushing up higher. There's not really much for me to do. I don't want to enter this how it is. Maybe I would have entered right here at this 5-minute break of structure, but up here it's already, that's chasing the trade. Nasdaq, I don't even want to look at Nasdaq right now anymore. I'll go ahead and put that in not in play. As far as gold, perhaps if it gives me a pullback, but yeah, I think for now, just is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is, guys. But all right, man. Without further ado, is your boy Los Trades. Like I said, I'm here to, really get after it. I believe that through the grace of God, I'm gonna hit that 6K payout that is required. Well, you need at least 65 to get a 6K payout from the 250K account, and that's what I'm going after. And God willing, I'm not gonna shy away from making mistakes. And if anything, me going live is to, further push myself to stay disciplined. So, yeah, without further ado, we took two losses, only took two trades. It's Friday. I'm gonna keep the stream going up. I'm gonna set up an alarm strictly just for gold, and I might be paying attention to gold. However, by 11 a.m. I am done. I will not be looking at taking any kind of trades anymore. Yeah, look at this. Oil just pushing nicely. Okay, cool. So yeah, I think the only one that I really have my eyes set on would be gold. Everything else, I'm not too sure about. So I don't think I will attempt anything else. Like I said, it's Friday, so you got to be kind of careful. It's Friday. The only catalyst I had already played out. So yeah, guys. See you later. this is something that I find kind of interesting, right? Because Nasdaq and specifically, right, we've had this rally up, which it makes sense, right? This is the news play. It's coming up to potentially pick up orders, uh, but in the internals, we're still very much in the negative. Although this little rally up is most definitely, I would say, the cost of this. However, at least personally, me, I would still be looking for sales. Um, I'm still considering giving myself one more trade, which would be the third and final trade. But I haven't really seen anything that has caught my eye. Oil, as much as I like oil, oil is gone. Like this demand really came in play, uh, and yeah, it. I mean, that's beautiful. Literally, almost a 3 hour art. Oil did its thing. So I'm not looking at oil. I'm not looking at SP. As far as gold, it seems like we're pushing up. Again, I don't know. At this point in time, price might honestly just go sideways, right? So we might just start ranging between this price area. Uh, like I said, we got like 30 more minutes, so I'm not gonna force anything. I think if I get an opportunity, cool. If I don't, that's okay. But at 10:50, I'm gonna be wrapping things up. And again, to anybody checking the channel out, I appreciate it. I'm gonna wait for a 5 minute break of structure. If I get it, then I'll enter. Other words, yeah. As soon as it's 11, I'm done. So hopefully we can get a 5 minute break of structure. Other words, I'm good. This is oh man, this is interesting. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take that at a quarter. Let it run down here. Wanna I want a nice little pullback before I enter. Come on. Oh, it is 10:50, right? So whether I take a L or I take a dub, I will not be trading anymore after this. So all I will do right now is just manage this trade. Um, originally I wanted to enter off of this, and I didn't because I wanted to have a break of structure. I wasn't expecting such a massive drop for this isn't a massive, but it's a big freaking candle, man. I was hoping for something like maybe right here, right, and instead, yeah, and in fact, if price comes up here, I probably will add another uh, 15. But yeah, originally perhaps I should have entered here, right, and then add another position here. But it's cool. Either way, it's cool. We're gonna let it do its thing. We're not gonna let this run past 2RR. So once it gets down here, we're out of it. Uh, yeah, cause look, this would be a three. Right here's a 3RR. Down here, we're looking at a five. So it's Friday. That's why I'm saying I don't really expect it to come all the way down here, but we'll play with it. We'll play with it and see. Hopefully, maybe if it does show me that it wants to go down, we'll hold it. Other words, I'm gonna more than likely close it all out at two. But yeah, I have to work as well. So as soon as it's, I would say 1 p.m. I'm closing it out, or I'm closing vast majority of it, and then I'll be managing it via my phone. But I'm trying to really avoid that and kind of just handle everything off of my desktop. Man, guys, I cannot express enough how tired I am today, and I'm saying I am tired. Um, I have to go to work. I have to leave by 1 p.m. Right, and I don't get out till 12:30. From 12:30, I don't get home till 1, and then I usually am not in bed until 2. From there, man, if I would say if everything is right, hopefully I knock out within 30 minutes, but sometimes I'm not able to fall asleep till 3. And even then, if I'm the type of person, I get hot really easily. So I'm saying all of that to say that, like, at the end of the day, when it comes to trading, we're always talking about your whys, and your whys have to be, bigger than this. Now, I'm not gonna deny that it would be a lie to say that we're trading just to trade. Like, I'm sure that if there was no money involved in this, why would anybody want to do this, right? So the money is a huge component of why I would say we all trade. Anybody that's interested in trading, but there's ways to make money. There's many ways to make money, and oftentimes, especially in the early beginning of my career, I'm going on to 4 years. One thing that I had to constantly remind myself is like, okay, why am I sacrificing as much as I am? Because physically, I sacrificed my body to be able to do this. I spent 2 years doing third shift just so that I could study. And, even now I'm doing second shift and I'm working Thursday through Sunday. So I'm doing 4 days a week. I'm just looking right now at price action. It's just not it. Man, I think today's just one of those days, bro. I don't think I'm gonna have any dubs, bro. Like, no dubs whatsoever. I was hoping that, hey, because we had again, this volume, and bearish volume coming down, bulls started coming in, but I just, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna have any freaking dubs today. It is what it is, but yeah, this is, it's okay. But anyways, again, like even now, I'm extremely tired, and oftentimes, like, you gotta find your why, because other words, you won't last. And I've lost a lot of money, man, and I'm not gonna lie, days like these are, I can't deny it and say that they're a bit discouraging, especially because you know this is a funded account, so this is not a demo. This is a funded account. It's 250, right? The only reason I'm not bringing it up is because I don't feel like blocking the number out, but it's a 250 account, and this is my first time attempting to get a payout. And when I'm telling you, man, truly, I mean, anybody that has made it 4 years or more, oh man, it's a long road of suffering. Oftentimes, like, it sucks, man. It sucks to lose. It sucks to sometimes feel like the hopes and dreams, all of that. Like, with one trade, sometimes it feels like they just get flushed down, and it's just, unfortunately, it is part of the game. It's probability. It's and trying to find edge is not easy either, right? I do feel extremely blessed to have found a good mentor and somebody that actually I have trust that actually learning. I would say something that has real actual substance to it. So yeah, that's just kind of my 2 cents, man. You gotta find your huge why because otherwise you will not survive in this industry. And you know, passing it like I said, my goal right now is I know I'm gonna get a payout. That's what I'm striving for. That's what I'm aiming for. If I blow it, I don't. It is what it is. I don't care because I'm only getting better. I can't get worse at this thing, man. I can only get better. And unfortunately, sometimes getting better requires months or even years because bad habits. So, but yeah, guys. So, again, I'm going to just manage the trade. If it stops me out, it's okay. I wouldn't actually be surprised at all if price decides to, come a little deeper. Hopefully it doesn't stop me out, but it comes pretty deep and then decides to run down to this 4 hour. I think the 4 hour is probably the better target, the 2RR, than to let it run. But my goal would be, if I don't get stopped out, if we continue to go to the downside, I'm gonna close 12 units, so about 80% of it, and we're gonna actually let the rest of it run for 5RR, not for three, but actually let it run down here. And the only thing I will be doing is bringing my stop loss to break even, and just bringing it down to the lower highs that price action creates. right, guys, we have closed 80% at this area here, close to a 2RR, not all the way the 2RR, right? Okay, there we go. TB got hit, 2RR. And the only reason why I did not close it, right, or I'm sorry, the only reason why I did not wait is because I'm ready to get out of here. Okay, it's already 11:30. At this point, all I'm doing is simply just managing this trade. I closed 80%. I will be checking to see what the overall. Let me see. Look at that. Price tapped it. We'll see what it does, man. But I'm gonna check the account real quick. So this basically has me at break even for today. If price does decide to run all the way to the 5RR, I will be in a little bit of profit. Even now, the way things are, I will still end the day in a little bit of profit. However, overall, I'm gonna end the day pretty much break even. With what I closed, I'm back at $250,000 with 250 with $40. You know, it sucks. It sucks that I couldn't take advantage of. Again, I keep going back to the oil trade because that was the one, man. That oil trade was the one, and yeah, it just sucks that I wasn't able to really cash in on it. But I would say, regardless, it's a blessing to end the day at break even. This was my third trade. There's no more trades after this. I'm not adding positions. I'm just literally gonna let it do its thing. It's either gonna stop me out or it's gonna continue to run down. And if it runs down, that's great. If it doesn't, that's fine too. I think today was an extremely valuable day. And again, I just feel extremely blessed to have ended the day break even. The account, I want to say, was at either $100 in profit or $200 in profit starting today. But prior to that, I was up 1,000. And unfortunately, your boy took some L's, and now we're at break even. But yeah, moving forward, like I said, guys, thank you for tuning in. It's your boy Los Trades. Peace.